And I'm constantly saying, guess what? It's not accessible. You make that security feature accessible and I will happily do it. But it's not accessible.
Welcome, everybody. All right, we're here. We just have a few little glitches here to get us going. And it doesn't...
Well, I mean, it would have helped if I'd remembered.
That's all right. I know. Well, we're a day sooner.
I'm pushing buttons. It's fine. Just ignore me.
So,
oh my God. Stop.
Anyways, welcome to the Wildflower Wolves knitting channel. We're going to be here for an hour and a bit, maybe up to an hour and a half tonight. Are you playing with your settings?
Yeah, I'm just adjusting it because if I hold up lights and stuff, my lights will mess with the color.
Oh, well, you are you're like black and white now.
Yeah, so I'm
adjusting.
No, I gotta cook. It's a two-step process, but every time I click my camera, it always turns my camera off because I'm guessing where my camera is. Well, there's a button. So you've got your video camera button on your Zoom call, and right beside it is a little. I don't know what the little button looks like. I know it's just right beside it, but all I see is the little camera icon, and I know it's a camera because I've gotten really close to it to see what it is. Otherwise, it's like just a little shape thing.
Yeah.
And I always miss the shape thing.
Okay.
Always miss the shape thing, and I hit the little video camera, and it turns my camera off, and I'm like, mother fudger.
Well, everybody, okay, if Zoom has locked me out of the comments again, so I'm going to have to read comments off my phone tonight. So, but
a great tech night.
I know it's
microphones in a box.
Anyways, all right, your camera's back on. We can now see you too. So we had challenges for this month. I was going to knit your Rebel. You're mystery knit along. Your Rebel mystery knit along. Yeah. And that was my challenge. I don't know if I don't think I finished. I think
you said progress.
I said progress. Okay.
Yeah, you said progress.
Yeah. So I know I've got to be really careful using the F word because it just doesn't ever really work out that way. So progress is progress.
Yeah.
So what was your challenge again?
The spring mesh sweater. So it's a crocheted sweater by Hey Crochet with Carrie, and I wanted to make progress and or finish depending on how my month went.
Okay.
Because I had just the first chunk of the front panel, which is like I had an eighth of a sweater.
A start is a start. That's okay.
Start is a start.
Somewhere. You got to start somewhere.
Sorry, guys. I was playing with my cat before this, and I'm actually allergic to her.
Oh no! So there you be. Oh, we got Nikki's here, and Pravina and Cindy.
We're a day early. I suspect a lot of people have forgotten.
I know some people. I did an Instagram post this morning, so to see if some people, and I mentioned it Monday night, but that's okay. Some people maybe will just, if they remember tomorrow night,
later.
They can watch the replay. So, all right. So how overall has your knitting month been?
Bonkers.
That is a good word. I like bonkers. That's kind of been mine because I went back to work.
I had an impromptu parent visit this month.
Oh, that's fun.
Which always throws the schedule off.
Yes, true. But that is always fun. Here, I'm going to try and plug in another light here.
Okay. So no, it was fun. And I had a couple of busy weeks with other work, the things you do to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Them stuff.
Yeah.
So not as much crafting time as I'd initially thought I'd have in July. But I made it work. I also got distracted, guys. Like I made today's Wednesday, should you see this week's podcast? I made a whole Edwardian shawl this month. I didn't have time to make an Edwardian shawl. It wasn't on the list of things to accomplish this month. I sure as heck finished it the day before the vintage knitting challenge.
Well, make sure you post pictures of it.
I will. They're gonna be. I got a wash and block. I got the ends woven in, but I need to wash and block it today.
Well, yeah, well, those,
And then with like 70%
minor-
humidity, it's gonna take a few days to
Yeah.
dry. Oh,
you,
it's so humid.
you'll have to make sure you have a fan on it or something to help,
Oh yeah.
help
Oh
with
yeah.
that drying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Cindy said she noticed that we were on today. That's good. Yeah. Oh, Autumn, how are you? So, okay. So I have a feeling then that our progress was not as lofty as our goals last month when we were all gung-ho thinking that we could do like something super crazy wonderful. How much,
Too bad.
how much progress did you get done from your little bit to what?
A little bit to what?
Big, done, half done?
I'm working with restricted yarn quantities. So I finished off the first ball. So here's my front panel.
Okay,
Right?
that's
And I made some progress at my first panel. But then I knew my second 100 grams, because I'm using this noble cotton,
yeah.
and I only have 400 grams, and I knew I wanted sleeves. So I had to try to see how long I could make this with 150 grams per panel,
Okay.
so that I'd have 100 grams to split between each sleeve. Now, 50 grams of sleeve isn't going to get me a full sleeve, but it'll get me like an elbow length sleeve.
That's doable.
So
would be all
that
right.
was my hope. So I stopped and I was like, okay, what you need to do is start your second panel. So I started my back panel
Okay.
because I was like, nope, we need to do this in tandem. So I'm now working on the first 50 grams of my second ball of my back panel.
Look at that. Okay, you got lots of progress done.
So I got a lot of progress done. It's not the
Did
finish that I
well.
wanted, but I did get a lot of progress done. So I want to finish the back panel off first because there's less finishing steps for it. The front's got a little bit of detail work for it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm not doing too bad. I've got a 70 gram, literally this on the couch, and in front of me on the coffee table sits my digital scale. And like every 5 or 6 rounds, I weigh my ball. I'm down to like 75, 76 grams. And just before 50 grams, that's as big as I can get it. As long as it can go.
Well, when you're like trying to get
Urine management.
you're like really got to be careful.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I did make progress, and I'm quite happy with the progress that I did make, but not a finish, which is fine. 30-degree heat, I'm not wearing a worsted weight anything.
No, it's hot. It's actually cooled down for us here. So it's nice. It's not sweltering hot the way it was like a week or so ago.
Oh, we get 2 or 3 days, we get like 48, 72 hours of I would say decently hot temperatures, like 21 through 25, right? Like it's warm, but you don't want to, feel like you've sold your soul and not gotten any of the perks from that when you walk outside, which is what it normally feels like outside most of the time. We're rocking low, mid, high 30s, depending on the humidity for the day.
Yeah, no, we're like beautiful. It's just perfect weather, nice breeze.
We're having a hot summer.
Yeah, ours kind of goes up and down. We're back and forth, and right now we're kind of in a coolish phase, which I'm loving.
Oh, we still gotta get through August. This stuff started in May. Ugh.
So
I'm excited to see how the Rebel MCAL went.
no,
Don't mind the nose blowing, guys. Literally, I was playing with my cat. She's due for an anti-dander wipe.
So I have not got very much to show you.
I would say I'm shocked, but if my July was busy, I can't even begin to imagine what your July was like.
Yeah, mine was really, really, really busy. I had started your MCAL back in December. I think
I
Nikki
remember.
started on December 26th. It was supposed to be kind of a Christmas vacation start.
Yes.
And I started it because I was trying to knit with stash yarn.
Yeah.
And I pulled out some colors and I thought it was going to be okay. And I started and I love this one. I really like this green. I
Okay,
had this
yep.
and then a rosy, dusty rosy color,
Yeah.
which was okay. And I started it, but I wasn't in love with it. So then that's why last month
Don't
we
keep
decided
it.
that I should start it again
Mhm.
and do it Christmas colors. Even though these kind of looked Christmas colors, they looked more spring garden colorish to me.
No, if you don't love it, don't keep it. You'll never
Yeah.
wear it.
So I took it out and it took me a long time to find yarn that I liked. And
Okay.
then all of a sudden I went down, I was at Little Red Mitten one day. I don't know what I was down there for, but
Just randomly there.
just randomly there.
Just a fixture.
And I was just looking because they have a big sock wall with different brands on there. And all of a sudden I was looking and I'm like, I like this, and I like this, and I like this. So what I came home with was this. I think it's more golden than it's looking greenish, but it's more gold. And dark green and a dark red.
Oh, I like those.
So I really like these colors together for Christmas. I like adding in. So the gold is, what is it? What is it? Oh, it's a Malabrigo. It's Malabrigo.
Oh.
Ultimate sock.
Okay, I really like Malabrigo.
Yeah. And then the minis are Leo and Roxy basics.
Okay.
What's the green? The green. Oh, so the gold color is Frank Okra.
Okay.
And the green from Leo and Roxy is called Garden Green. And the red is called Cherry Cobbler.
Okay. Those are minis?
Yeah, these are minis. So I just bought one skein and I bought two of each color.
Okay.
Two red, two greens, just to get started.
Yeah.
So I cast on. And I don't know what I need to do, but I need to look at the pattern again. So I am cast on. That is
good. It's progress. It counts. You win.
It started.
It has started. There are some months where that's all I've needed to do, and we still haven't managed that. So you are still ahead of the game. It's a big rectangular
How big is it?
shawl. Well, if you think about it, it's long enough that it's longer than my arm span. It uses 24 minis and a full skein. I did not have leftover yarn.
I know. And then so that's what I started it. And
I did include instructions for like in the middle section, like if you wanted to make it shorter to like cut out one of the middle section days.
Well,
because what you do the first half and then you have a middle section and then you repeat the first half all the way back out again. So it mirrors. But I wanted that big blanket in the fingering weight, that big blanket scarf. Because I love my blanket scarves, but they're never long enough. This one is long enough that I fold it in half. And then I use the loop to pull through to be my winter scarf.
And I'm fine with it long this way, so you can double wrap and everything. But this is almost as tall as me.
Yeah, I know. It's big. It's like what, 96 stitches? Dress me for a pattern I released last December. I don't remember how many stitches.
I thought
96.
96. I thought it was way more than that.
Oh,
Susanna, did you get yours finished?
Susanna may kill me if I ever release another pattern that has purl two together through the back loop.
I know she was not a fan of that, was she?
She does not enjoy that stitch.
Okay, I gotta go.
96 stitches? I don't remember.
Maybe
it's deep, but it's not like blanket size deep.
Hold on. Let me see.
Was it more? I don't know. Guys, listen, I finished it before it was released in December of last year. I don't remember.
Well,
my brain is full of the MCAL for next year right now and cardigan design. I don't have space for anything else right now. So it's all full.
let me get rid of some of this work stuff that I don't.
So of course I've got mittens sitting in here and other things and headband patterns and sets sitting in. I was like, I don't have time for them. I don't have time. They're just sitting there going, hey, make me. I'm like, go away. I have to finish a cardigan first. I
All
have
right.
to swatch for MCal first.
Why can I never find this when I want to find?
Or finish swatching. I've got most of my choices, but then I found a whole other block of like interesting textures and stitches and stuff. I'm like, well, now I have to swatch
Oh.
you too. Yes, I have a box of swatches. All they are is swatches in worsted weight, so I can see what the stitch pattern's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
They just sit,
Okay.
unless my cats are playing in them, and then in which case they're all over the place. Because of course they are.
All right. Let me see if I can find this.
Hey, I'm still cleaning and tidying in the office space that I changed around the other week. So I feel like I got a big chunk of a ball of red heart from a pattern. My mom already has the shawl. It's released. Got skeins of yarn that I haven't put away yet.
Okay, found the pattern.
I have knitting needles not attached to a
Yeah,
project.
okay. So this is what I thought. Cast on 169 stitches.
Was it 169? Ooh. Then yeah, you cast on the right amount then.
Yeah.
I remember that it's big. It's a blanket. I either wrap it twice or I fold the length of it over, and then I loop it over and I pull the two ends through the loop when I go.
Yeah.
I'm nearly 6 feet tall.
So I didn't look through. Did you give the finish like what your actual measurements
are? I think so. I know I wrote in caveats that if you choose to shorten it by not doing so, like it's designed to use 20 grams every day. So you do your pattern repeat till you run out of that day's worth of yarn. But if you're doing it as you're doing it with like your own choices like solids and minis and stuff, and you're doing that, you could shorten the length of each of your day's repeats. So say you only do like so many rows per each repeat, so you've got the same thickness for each of the sections,
right.
But it's not quite as thick as mine. You decide to go like 2 inches and I've got 4 inches, right? It's like you can shorten the length of it if you need to, and I did that because not everybody wants a 6 foot 7 foot long scarf. It's a big scarf.
Sure,
it's currently folded up in my winter stuff, tucked way in the back of my closet. I don't even remember the finished dimensions anymore. I think I wrote them down. I must have written them down. They're absolutely gorgeous, big, beefy shawls, and everyone's probably thinking I'm nuts. Those are the ones I use in the winter. Because they're so dang classy.
Well, Susanna. So dang classy. Susanna said she didn't get hers done. She was so close, but she said she had to go back and redo day 23.
Okay.
It's like, you're like this close, day 23, then day 24.
You're just you can see the finish line. You're within inches.
But it's so long. Who cares about day 23 and 24? Just cast it off and call it done. Nobody's going to know.
The whole way along, I've been like, no, man, Susanna, make it your own. You don't like that stitch? Don't like purl 2 together through the back loop? Yeah, 2 together back loop. It just changes the lead of the stitch. And I've done it. I've the whole way just like I've had a couple other people call it ask questions like, do I have to do this texture pattern? I don't like it, but I do enjoy this. And I've always gone, put it in. Take mine out and put yours in. You're gonna want to wear it when you're finished. I picked the textures of the lace I did for reasons. And I wrote them in the clues, like what memories they bring up and what they mean to me.
Right.
That doesn't mean you have to stick to it. You don't need a big middle panel section if you don't want a big middle panel section. Chop it down. Make it 1 day's worth of middle panel. Make it 2 days worth of middle panel. Don't do all 3. Like you don't have to. It just changes the finished look of your shawl. But it's in the end, it's your shawl. All I've written is a sense of guidelines.
Do you like the length of it? Could you just
I love my life.
Would you just cast it off, Susanna, or would it always bother you knowing?
It may honestly always bother Susanna, which is fair. Sometimes I'm the same way where I'm like, I could leave it, but I can't. It would drive me nuts. It would drive me bonkers.
Like just knowing that there was 2 more repeats.
Yeah.
That you didn't do. Or would you be okay with it?
It depends. It depends. For me, it
And
depends
it's
on the
today
project.
Thursday. No, today's Wednesday. We're here
Today's Wednesday.
today.
Messed with my whole day today, by the way. Woke up this morning and I saw it on the to-do list and I was like, Keska.
I know. It's because I'm on vacation now, so I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm on vacation, so
I don't mind doing it. That's totally fine. An adjustment. It just messes with your brain, man.
I know it really does, doesn't it?
I've been
So,
walking around for
what
the
I
last
want
week
to
and a
know-
half. I'm like, I've forgotten something. There is something I have forgotten to do. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. This last week and a half is driving me nuts.
Oh, you
And I
still
know when I remember what it is, I'm gonna feel like an absolute moron.
okay?
Absolute moron. Nothing I can do
Yeah.
about it, guys. It's just gonna sit in my brain until I remember it. It's fine, whatever.
It'll just pop in there. I'll be
Yep.
like, oh. Okay, Susanna, do you have any idea? I'm just curious because I'm like, I don't know if I want to go a smaller needle size so it's not quite so wide.
What size are you on?
I don't know. This was December
Why ask?
26th, Jocelyn.
Why would I ask a question like that? You should not be on a 4mm needle. You should be on a smaller needle.
Well, I think it might be a 4.
I got gauged the pattern for my size on a
Where's
4mm needle. Guys, I knit fingering weight sweaters on a 4mm needle. It is very easy, and I very consistently get 20 to 22 stitches over 4 inches as gauge on a 4mm using fingering weight yarn. I am an insanely tight knitter. It's one of the reasons I've taken knitting needle sizes out of my patterns, is because I need you guys to go by gauge. I need you I need you to have a good grasp of what size needle that you need to use to get the gauge we're looking for, because it radically changes how much yarn you
Oh,
use. It
no.
radically changes.
I'm not on a 4.
Okay.
I'm on a 3.5.
Do you normally get like 20 to 22 stitches over? Like, I feel like I should open up my own flipping pattern at this point. What are we even looking at?
I don't know, 3. I mean, I don't think I shouldn't need to go smaller than 3.5. Usually I knit my shells with sock weight yarn 3.5, 3.75, 4 if I really want it loose.
Anybody?
So 3.5 should be good, but
that pattern.
I just feel
I don't. Ooh.
so Susanna, I would love if you have yours there. What does yours measure? Like this is what length needle is this? Because that's almost going tip to tip. Let me measure.
Aha. Yes, I'm actually going way into the recesses of my computer to try to find my own pattern. Because I don't remember we're talking about it.
Okay.
I haven't released that many patterns, but nope, I got nothing.
So my width is like 36 inches. Which I don't know. And I'm short. So
you might enjoy cutting out some of the length.
But the length is okay, it's the width.
That would depend on pattern repeat.
I know.
Which can really mess you up.
But that's why I was hoping I was on a 4 and then I could go down to a 3.5. So it would shorten it up a little bit. But I don't know. So Susanna, you're knitting it right now. I'd love to know what your width is, your cast on length, and see if it's, and then, because maybe I should just keep going. Maybe I just need to keep going with it. Because some patterns do like pull in a little bit once you get going in the pattern.
I found some sections pulled in for me, yes.
Oh, Susanna says, I'm counting the stitches every row. Oh my word, that's a lot of counting every row, Susanna. And I will be putting in a lifeline. The yarn overs are killing me.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Guys, I didn't even put any super complicated lace in there. I
But
promise. I put
it's
in lace, but I'm not really complicated lace. At least I didn't think it was super complicated lace.
everybody thinks things are different too. So, but anyways, okay. So I started it, and I have to say, I absolutely love my colors.
Oh, I love your colors too. I think you made
Yeah.
excellent colors.
And this Leo and Roxy Basics, it is so nice. It is so lovely to knit with.
You need 24 stitches over 4 inches on the needle, on your needles to get gauge. So I don't know what gauge you're getting.
Well, I haven't done really enough of it to measure. You said 24 stitches over 4 inches?
Yeah. That's right, people. I pulled out.
Let's see. Let's see. Even just my little bit.
I love this. Cast the Dawn, 168 stitches, 69 stitches. In your main color, using whatever stretching method you prefer. Not even telling you guys how to cast on. I'm just going, no, pick a stretchy one you like. Do that one. Yeah, I totally did not. Oh, go me. Oh,
right.
Gotta make a note to myself. To pull out my MCAL wrap and actually measure its finished length. Okay. Long, guys. It's epically long.
I'm pretty close. 24 stitches.
Then you got it. You're on track.
Is yes, not it might be just a smidge a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean that could make it a little bit wider, but it's not crazy off.
The goal was this year, because
Okay.
I got too swamped with Christmas and answering questions as the MCAL went up last year.
Yeah.
To get photos done. I wanted to get photos in front of a Christmas tree because it's kind of the point.
Yeah.
So we're doing photos this year because I don't have MCAL craziness till January. So I wasn't gonna, I left it all in its clues, so it's bite-sized for everybody.
Yep.
Until probably just after Christmas or just before Christmas this year, and then I will update the pattern and it'll be all one thing. But there's specific lifestyle photos I need to get. And I'm not setting up my entire Christmas tree just to take a photo.
Oh, well, I might do that.
I would not.
Hers is 27 inches. And mine was 36. Mine's almost an extra 10 inches wider. And she's on 3 point, and she's got bigger needles.
Gauge is wild.
Did I count wrong?
I don't know. I'm not there.
Did I?
I can't tell you. I don't attempt to count anything when we're doing these. I know better.
Maybe I put on like 269 stitches.
That would be crazy, but yeah, I could see that. If you just get into a flow, it just goes, right? Like,
no, maybe that's oh my goodness. I maybe that's it. Okay, let me count. You check for a minute. I'm gonna count to 169. Because now that I'm looking at it, I think this looks like more.
It looks like a lot of stitches, but I can't really see them that well. So it's like it could just be me.
Okay.
Super valid.
Let me count.
Note to self.
I have been known to not be able to count in the past, so that could entirely be my problem. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
So, how's everybody's Wednesday going? I have a big old cup of lemonade. any thermos travel mug that I stole from my father, blatantly, literally. I used it when I was out in Saskatoon, and I said, "Mom, is this cup drawer full?" And Mom's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Oh, look, Justin has a new mug, yay!" And I never gave it back. I actually walked out the door with it. I said, "I'm leaving with this, and it's not coming home. It's mine now."
I think I totally cast on way too many stitches. Oh my God, what was I thinking?
Look at that we had this conversation. What were you watching when you cast on?
I have no idea. Okay, well, yeah, I think I probably still, I don't know. There's 100. That's still a lot. 100.
Oh, I've been listening to a new book called Becoming the Crone. Very interesting. The female protagonist is 60. And she discovers she has magic. Insert the drama involved around that. I'm enjoying the way they have the magic structured, and I'm enjoying it as a contemporary paranormal suspense novel. I think it's been well done. I'm going to read the others in the series, so that obviously means it's well enough to continue. And I have read a lot of incredibly badly written books in the last few weeks. There have been 1 out of 5 stars given liberally. And I only give 1 out of 5 if I have not finished the book. So it is so badly written, I haven't even bothered to finish reading it.
Oh my.
Or if it's a novella, it's a 1 because you have major problems with overarching design aspects that you were going for. I've never discounted a person if a grammar is off, or if you miss a thing here or there over a long series. Like if you've got a 20-book series, and one detail changes from one to the other, and I don't pick it up to like the second reread of book 1 through book 20, like chain reading it, it doesn't count. It does not. It's totally fine. That is super duper thing. I'm like, whatever, we move on. You have to have written it very poorly for me to go no. For me to go no, and I will read all sorts of weird stuff and not give it a 1 out of 5 star.
Wow.
The shape-shifting romance where the T-Rex didn't shapeshift didn't get a 1. So like you gotta do really bad.
Somebody was telling me they're reading a book and the main character turns into a shark.
It's a shape-shifting paranormal romancing sort of idea. So it's a fairly common fantasy trope.
I have not read any of those.
Usually it's like werewolves and cats, and you don't see as much for like sea-based creatures, or even like eagles, or like any of the flight-based creatures, but you see a lot of wolves.
Right.
A little focused. I read a romance about zombies in trailer parks. That didn't even get a 1. Like I have read some weird
At least
stuff.
one that got a 1. That's unfortunate for them. That's okay. So I still have a problem.
But becoming a crone, it's actually been quite enjoyable. I've thoroughly liked it so far.
Good. So I counted.
Okay, I babbled. I filled time.
I do have 169 stitches.
Okay. You have way more. Ooh, you are very loose. Because
I know. Well, I am. How you're tight, I am loose. That is, yes. But I don't want to go down. Like really, it's gonna take, this thing's huge anyways. As Susanna, yes. It takes a long time
it's big.
Knit. If I have
I did it all as secret knitting. I did it all as secret knitting, and nobody saw it. It was in the background on top of everything else I was doing last year. It was intense. I don't want to do that again. So what am I doing? Guys, there's going to be an MCAL in January if you want to join me and Diana. We even have a name for it.
You do?
Yeah, the podcast anniversary next year is going to be the Choose Your Own Adventure MCAL.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Spoiler alert, it's a shawl.
I'm guessing it's going to be huge.
Well, if you do Jocelyn version the whole way through, yes. If you do a Diana shawl, not so much. Diana will be slightly more reasonable sized, I suspect.
So
Again, I will build in, do this, but if, you need to, but I will build in easy ways to shorten it as you go.
so what's
I'm
the
going to make mine massive because we all know me.
uh, so maybe I need to pull this out and like try it on a 3mm.
I'd say go down to a 3. It looks like you're still too long. Like your
Mhm,
width is still too deep.
mhm. Okay. Oh, okay.
That's fine. You know it's going to take a while. You've settled in. You know you don't have to rush it. So you can pick it up and do a day here or do a day there. And you can
Yes.
do it when you're in the mood and when it strikes you. Like when you get to fall
Well,
and you're like, I want to gear up for Christmas. Pick up the Rebel, work on a day or two, get in the Christmas mood.
the plan 3 for this shawl is now to, yes, gradually work on it to have it done for November so
Okay.
I can wear it November, December in Christmas
Okay.
colors.
It's a freaking when it's done. It's because there's so much shawl. This is the best part about it because it's fingering weight. It is intense. I am aware. It's 24 minutes of fingering weight yarn. It's a big shawl. When I put it on and I wear it with my white winter coat, it doesn't matter where I'm going or what I'm doing. I feel classy AF. Like it's just got such a drape.
Yeah.
But it's when it's cold, it keeps me warm so I can leave my coat open. Like it's just so good.
Yes.
And it's
Okay.
doubled so you can like tuck it
I
up and you got that wind protection on your neck. I don't come with a beard, so I don't have a naturally grow in lower face
okay.
protection from the wind.
I want that feeling. All right. I need to, all right. Take
No word
3.
of a lie. I've never
Take 3.
lied. I've always from the start I said this is a big one. It's even for me, it's
I knew it was big. Oh, hey, Brian.
Hey, Ryan.
I knew it was big, but I'm like, okay, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, like, this
No.
like excessive. I'm gonna wear it. It's gonna come down to my knees.
Fold it in half. Even I have to fold it in half.
But then I'm thinking, okay, well, I could fold it in half, but it's gonna take like still even more yarn if I make it bigger.
I'm hoping I can get my niece to wrap it around
Well,
her
I guess it wouldn't.
because she likes to sit on the couch wrapped up in things. I think she'll look really good. I don't sit on the couch wrapped up in things, but it'd be really good to sit on the couch wrapped up in knitting. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Okay, back to the drawing board.
One M call is causing so much trouble.
I think, Susanna, I'm feeling your pain, and I haven't got past day 3. Okay, I can do this. When I hit day 4, I will be like doing a happy dance.
Diana had a lot of input on the one we're working on. She will and does restrain my go big or go home impulses.
Does she go? Okay.
She does. She really does.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, okay. I'm going to start again, find a smaller needle. And I don't think it is vacation knitting because it's all pattern knitting. So I think it'll wait till I am back home.
I love sitting down at the end of my day when I was relaxing and just getting into the pattern I was doing for the day and just like, yes, here's my fun thinking for the day.
Yeah. See, that would be, yeah. And that's what I need to do.
Definitely not. Also, not good Netflix knitting. I did a lot of ripping.
Yeah.
When I tried to watch something at the same time, I was like, oh, this did not go well.
Yeah, that generally doesn't work too well.
Long phone calls with my mom, audiobooks, podcasts. Oh yeah, worked fine for those.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, I'm back starting. Okay, I'm knitting and I should read comments here. Okay, so I have a plan. This
is good.
Yes. Yeah. I love my yarn. Now I know I need to needle size. So
I think you need to go down a needle size.
I think definitely.
And it's just because I know how loose you are.
Yeah.
And I know how tight I am for knitting. So it's like, I don't think a 3 1/4 is enough. I think you need to go down to a 3.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say, I'm like refusing to go lower than a 3.
No, that'd be too dense.
That would be, yeah. I'm like,
That's sock territory. It is a dense show, but it's not sock territory dense.
yeah. So
You should be
3.
fine on a 3.
All right, we'll do 3. All right, one more time.
Yes, I'm just gonna keep blowing my nose, guys. This is how
Oh,
allergies work.
Oh, Susanna said she got in the car and it was 39 degrees.
Oof.
Oh boy. Oh, Liz is asking, have you read the zombie knitting books?
Yes. And
Higher than higher than a 1?
I don't remember a thing about them, so they would have been like a 3. I remember enough to remember that I read them. I don't remember anything about the plot. I don't remember the characters, so not even remotely memorable.
Oh.
But I would have given them a 2 or a 3, so it would have been a cute, fun read. But I move on with it.
Okay.
It's really hard for books to stick in my brain. Like if a book is stuck in my brain for more than like 2 or 3 weeks after I've read it, it's usually like a 4 or a 5 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
Like it's up there high enough that unless I'm going to recommend it to somebody, it's gone from. I'll be like, I sit there and I go, nope, yes, no. I have read books that were labeled knitting and zombie books. I did do that. I have to be careful because then we get a lot of people like, would you read murder mysteries? And I don't really read a lot of murder mysteries.
No,
it's not my happy place. My happy place is fantasy, science fiction, romance.
Yeah.
Manga. I read a lot of manga.
Oh yeah, that's not my thing.
Yeah, so it's like,
Well,
I don't begrudge people for having different genres that they like.
Oh,
I
no.
also will read classical literature for fun. I'm not normal. I'm okay with that.
yeah, I don't think I would read that for fun.
The Idiot by Dostoevsky. I'm not pronouncing that name correctly at all. I went classical, wrote Anna Karenina. But his book, The Idiot, is sort of like a stream of modern consciousness. So it's like it's a philosophy thought essay in a book format, and it was just wild. I had to do that in small chunks and make notes. And I'm like, this was written a couple centuries ago. Sweet. Okay. I am not as smart as I think I am. I feel like I need a degree before I approach this one. War and Peace. I've read War and Peace.
Oh.
I've got a big 1001 books you should read before you die, and it's got a lot of the big beefy classics on it. I've read a good chunk of them. But again, I have 2 or 3 lists of top, you should read this book. It was like, I read 1984. I don't remember what's in it, but I know I read it because I crossed it off a list. Like I know I did it.
I read that in high school.
I did not read it in high school. It was not assigned in high school.
And that's the only reason I read it. Anyways.
I read all of Shakespeare's works.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. But again, read more than 100 or 150 books a year for decades.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what's been happening on TV. I don't TV enough to get most pop culture references.
Right.
Because they're not the references I have. My mom will do things and she'll be like, this references this. I'm like, okay. My mom knows more than I do. She hates people. All right, this is awesome.
Funny.
Or if I get a reference, I look at people and go, oh, that's gotta be old because I understand what you're talking about. I haven't TV'd since the 90s.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're like stuck.
Want to make a Stargate reference, a Star Trek Next Generation reference? Hey, Deep Space Nine, I'm there for you. No, wait. Nope. People are like, oh, have you heard this TV show Firefly? And I'm like, oh yeah, we watched that when it was on TV. And like I get blank stares. So they're like when it was, I'm like, yeah, when the show first came out on TV, my mom made me watched it. So then when it became a cult hit, like a decade later, I'm like, but I've already seen it. Why would I watch it again? Where were all you people when it was on the TV? We could have used you. No, I don't. It took me forever to figure out that Game of Thrones is a big thing. I read the books.
Oh yeah. See, and I'm the opposite, right? It's like I watch all the TV shows and I'm like, oh really? It was a book?
Yeah. Well, my dad was talking about The Witcher like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you see The Witcher? And I'm like, the video game? And he looks at me, I'm like, it's a book series and a video game series. He's like, it's TV now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's on something. I started watching
Now
it.
people are like, oh, but who's the lead actor? Henry Cavill? Now I get told about him all the time, and I'm like, ooh. I've listened to The Witcher. I listened to it on Netflix. I like the video games better. I just don't, guys. They're really good video games. I don't think it's an excellent series. It's fine. The audio description wasn't horrible. Probably because the lead character is known for not saying a lot, so there's space for them to put description.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right. Well, hey, we should talk about what our project's going to be for next month.
I have no idea. This is my problem.
That's
I'm
like
stalling.
that's September check-in.
It is September check-in.
We'll be heading into the fall. It'll be like pumpkin season.
Pumpkins. I may have been ironing pumpkin fabric today. Pumpkins. What do I want to work on?
Well, I'm going to enjoy this last month of summer to its fullest. I've got lots of plans. I've got lots of time off.
It's not like September summer goes away. We have summer weather well into October.
Oh yeah, it's still beautiful,
Okay.
but for sure,
So this idea like the 1st of September I stop dying of heat stroke. No, heat's still trying to kill me well until October.
Yep, but I'm quite happy with that actually. All right, so I pulled out a couple of options here, but I'm wondering if do you have your options there?
No.
You're just gonna turn around and randomly grab from behind you?
Maybe.
Well, I'm feeling like this month is going to be a sock month. So I'm getting ready for sock knitting.
I feel at this point that sock knitting is also a dangerous word for you.
I know, but I'm feeling very optimistic.
Okay.
So, okay, do you want me to show what I pulled out here while you're debating?
Yeah. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so I pulled out 2 sock whips that I've had for like, I don't know how, a while.
I have 2 sock whips.
So I've got this one. This is the gray. Oh, I can never remember, gray or red. I think maybe it's red catbird. It's really pretty yarn. The yarn is lovely.
Major honey, mommy's in the office.
So I have this one. This is sock 1, just a little start on the leg. That's all it is.
Yep.
Inch circular needle. So this is catbird. We'll say catbird.
Okay.
The one that I dyed, my hand dyed yarn, the rusty colored one, I think I'm ready for a heel. That's why it's sitting, because I haven't decided what kind of heel. But again, this is sock 1. So I've got those 2 socks. I could try, like really try for a finished pair of socks. Or of course, there is this that I could recast on and try to get to day 4.
Oh, poor Rebel.
So what do you guys think? Catbird sock, the rest sock, or reattempt the MCAL again?
Poor Rebel MCAL. Should we have a sock off? Should I pull my 2 sock whips out?
Maybe. Oh, Susanna's talking about Vampire Knitting Club series is another series by Nancy Warren.
Mm-hmm. She's okay.
Oh, Susanna also said Mosaics by Magic. Oh no, Mosaics and Magic by Nancy Warren has someone make a pattern for the bag that is on the front cover. Oh, that's awesome.
It's a really good series. I just finished I just finished devouring the author Alona Andrews. She's known for the Innkeeper series and the Hidden Legacy series or Kate Daniels series.
Okay.
Excellent urban fantasies.
Oh, yeah.
Enough so that I wrote Phaedra Douglas. Why? Mommy doesn't want you. No, I don't love you anymore.
Oh, Sam says she's frustrated with her knitting. Yes, well, we all get there. So I'm gonna wait.
Hello, internet.
Oh, there's Kitty.
I've turned my mother's light off because I'm a jerk. Go away.
What do you
She's
guys
been
think? So
one
first
pain in the
off,
butt.
should I do sock or should I go month 2 with the shawl?
I mean, I vote sock.
You vote sock?
Yeah, I vote sock.
I know I'm kind of I'm feeling socks right now. But does Nikki, hi Nikki. Nikki says whatever sock you are closer to finishing. Well, that would be this one because I'm at the heel. So that would be the rest sock. Anybody else have any ideas? So Jocelyn says sock, Nikki says sock. Let's keep an eye and see. Sally, Sally definitely says socks.
Like I said, a sock off.
Liz says, okay, guys, it looks like it's socks.
Oh, good.
So should I do this one then? Go with the one that's, a whole 2 inches longer than the other one?
Such difference, such variety.
It is. I'm like there. I mean, well, really, look, there is quite a bit more done. Because if this came down to the crunch, that's a lot of knitting to get done in like a day if you had to. Okay. So I think this is.
I like your challenge of a sock off. We're gonna challenge you to a sock off.
We could do that.
We can. We have the power.
Exactly, Nikki. The rest socks would be nice for autumn, wouldn't they? All right, and Sally agrees. The rest sock.
All right.
Because they are very fallish, don't they? They look like you could wear these out to the pumpkin patch, go out on a fall day. And let's just make more progress on them. Okay. I can do this. I'm inspired to do sock knitting.
No,
all right.
This is not the one I want.
Rest socks. It is.
Rest socks, hey? Okay.
All right, Jocelyn, did you pull out something?
I pulled out one and I thought I pulled out the other, but I pulled out the wrong other. So, it's that one.
I'm going to put everything back in its respective bag. Oh my goodness, why is this all? Oh my gosh, you guys. This is not a good sign. That is a tango waiting to happen.
Oh my God, it's going to be a nightmare.
Okay, we're just going to very carefully put that in the bag and not look at it again for a little while.
Okay. Fair.
I will just have to start knitting quick on that ball.
We got 2 options.
Okay, what are they?
They're socks.
Okay, it's a sock month. I like it.
I have some fall colored stripy socks.
Ooh, I like those. We've seen those ones before, I think, haven't we?
Yep. These are for socks.
Yeah.
So
I like those.
This is how much I've got on the first one.
Okay.
And I'm just manually doing 2-inch stripes. So I've got a variegated and then I'm the solid color. I'm just manually adding in rough rows so many times around.
Sure.
Or my solstice socks, which are the petite knitter color work socks I started.
Oh, those would be fun.
The ones where I had to do the toe on a 2.25, but I had to go up to a 4mm to do the body.
You had to do that. That's right. If you're so tight, you would definitely have to.
Yep.
That is crazy. 4mm. Oh my goodness.
So either the solstice or my fall socks.
Solstice or fall socks? Well, I don't know. Maybe we should both work on fall socks. Then we would have them to be ready to wear when the weather gets coolish.
Yeah, I'm not putting on colorwork socks and no, it's a big cooler.
In August?
It's soon in August.
All right, what does everybody think? Do you guys think
Oh my goodness.
fall socks or the solstice socks? We'll see if we get, oh, Liz says solstice.
Okay, okay.
What
I
else?
mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. The solstice will knit up faster because they're on a larger needle, but it's color work.
So
The fall stripes are fine if you want to do them, but you have to be paying a bit more attention because it's stripes. So neither one of them is strictly speaking vanilla sock knitting.
right, you got to pay it little attention.
Or with the solstice socks, I'm doing them toe up instead of cuff down. So I also had to invert my charts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that just makes my head hurt.
I don't find it difficult in the slightest.
Pattern. What are you? Susanna's talking about a pattern.
Sure.
Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, so let's see. Liz says solstice.
Okay.
Sally says, oh yes, Sally's working on the tentacula hat. My favorite hat so far. That's wonderful. Oh, she's getting ready to start socks soon. Nikki says go for the fall.
Okay, we got a fall and a solstice.
Pravina says fall.
Okay. Phaedra, I'm still in the office. She's sitting in front of the box fan calling for me.
Sam, if you're knitting a dishcloth and they're talking about gauge, don't worry about it. Just knit it the way you normally do and carry on.
I know.
You don't need to worry about gauge for dishcloth. Just just make sure it's nice and tight, and you of all people have got the experience with dishcloths. So you do what looks right. Don't worry about gauge.
Oh yeah, no. When it comes to dishcloths, it's fine.
Yeah. Sam says solstice. So does that tie it up?
Does, yeah, 2 and 2.
Did you count mine?
No.
I said fall.
Okay, so 3 and 2.
All right. Any last minute votes in there, guys?
What? No.
Anybody sitting at home going, no, I want this, I want solstice, I want fall, type it in. Otherwise, fall's going.
God.
We'll wait and see if anybody else. Oh, Autumn says fall.
Hey.
Sally says fall. All right, it's looking like the votes are rolling in for fall now.
Phaedra, you knocked my microphone off the table.
Okay, I think the fall, because then we'll both have fall-ish socks. And I'm predicting we will both have a finished pair.
Oh, I'm challenging you.
Okay, I can do it.
Just stop being so cat-like. Stop it.
All right, fall.
No, mommy doesn't want you.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm getting all prepared because I'm working on my socks this week, and I'm hoping this weekend I will get a good chunk of knitting done. And like, I'd really like them to be done when we chat again on Monday. Will that happen? Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see, but it'll be close. I have a feeling it'll be really, really, really close. Miss
You go
Kitty.
away.
Oh, Brian also says fall. So I think it's a done
fall.
deal. It's a fall.
Yep.
It's fall. So we're both got fall socks. That's kind of exciting. I like that.
No, you have food and water and an air conditioning unit and 2 spare blankets. What do you want?
Oh, she's so pretty.
Just because I shower doesn't mean I'm leaving the apartment.
So now here for everybody watching, if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, have we inspired you? Has anybody that made you think about, ooh, I've got some socks. I have a sock that started but haven't finished. Maybe we could get some more people on a sock knitting. Work this month and see how far you can get, or try to get a pair finished. Like really, that's perfect timing. Finish a pair of socks in August, have them ready for September. Because, all right, let's check. Let me check. Actually,
don't love you anymore.
Oh, Susanna says fall too. So yes, everybody, it's pretty much unanimous. Fall's the one. Everybody's. I'm just gonna look at what is the date in September? The first. Oh, the first Thursday. 7th. So after the long weekend,
Ma'am, my boob was there before you were born. It's not going anywhere.
all right, September the 7th.
Go down.
I'm gonna put that in my calendar right now, Jocelyn.
Okay.
September 7th, you guys. My goodness, that seems like it should be a lifetime away.
But it's not.
But it's not. So 7:30. That takes us back to the first Thursday.
It does.
All right, you're in there. So socks. Socks. Okay, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for this. I'm feeling good because my sock knitting mojo comes and it goes and it's come back. So I think we'll just, hopefully I can hold on to it right through till September 7th. All of October or all of August. I can do it. I can do it. So what yarn are you using for yours, Jocelyn?
I've got, my brain was just like, what yarn did I go with? I started these so long ago. I don't remember. I think this is Ancient Art Yarns. I think this is an Ancient Art Yarns.
Okay.
I know the minis are from Aaron of Fireweed Fiber Co.
Nice.
But the main body of it is Ancient Art Yarns.
Okay.
So.
And what heel are you doing in yours?
Oh, my usual. Mock short row. Yeah, a garter mock short row because I love that heel so very, very, very much. And they're gonna be shorties. Why? Because I desperately need shorties.
Yeah.
Desperately need shorties.
Well, then that's even, definitely sounds like that could be a finish.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was like, nah, let's see if we can knock off a pair of socks.
Mine are gonna be full length for sure. No, because I already have one leg done and I have all this yarn, so I'm gonna make them.
I'm Hutch spoiled. Also sent me many pairs of socks last year.
She looks after you so well.
She really does. So I can quietly make some shorties.
Nice.
Ma'am, if you don't like the look of the printer, don't get behind the computer monitor.
So you have got most of your foot done. So you're pretty close to your heel anyways, and then a little cuff, and then you've got one sock done.
The only real challenge to it is that we have significantly different sized feet.
Yeah, I have small feet.
I do not.
Well, okay, but you have a little bit more to do on the foot, but you have hardly any leg to do. So,
well, I say shorties, they're gonna go above my ankle bone.
Yeah.
Because if you can't wear them in a shoe, what's the point?
Yeah.
Do they come just high enough that you can just see the top on my sneakers? Yes. They don't make any sense to me any shorter than that for me. I'd never use them.
No, and I find they slip off my heel if they're too short, right? So.
But if they're high enough to go over your ankle bone and they just come up the top of your shoe, so you can tell that you're wearing socks, but it's not like you folded down the cuff of your sock in your sneakers. That's my idea of a shorty sock. So it's not a ton of leg, but there's a little bit of leg work.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah. I'm a 72 stitches round, ladies 10, 11 foot. So.
Okay.
US sizing. So not petite. This way.
Well, that's all right.
120 gram mini does not do toes, heels, and cuffs for a pair of socks for me.
Need a little more. So Sally wants to know, so are we going to knit a pair of socks for the next video?
Pair of socks.
Yeah. That's the challenge.
Yeah.
So, and it can be a shorty or it can be full pair, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever sock you need right now. Whatever sock you need right now.
Whatever sock you want, whatever you're gonna wear, whatever you've got started on your needles. See if you can, cast on something or something you've got in progress. Get it finished for the first week of September. All right. This is going to be fun. Okay. I'm all excited. I just got to hold on to the sock knitting motivation here and not get distracted by something else. Because that has a tendency to happen. But I'm gonna fingers crossed. Oh, okay. I have a really good feeling about this. So is anybody else? So it sounds like Sally.
I'll be
Sally,
right
I
back.
think you're going to try and do the socks. Then Sam says she's at 102 dishcloths, over that 100 mark. Sam, that's amazing. That is wonderful. Good, good, good. Oh my gosh. Brian, are you a sock knitter? And who else? Anybody else? Where's Nikki? Is she listening, or is she, maybe she's headed out? It's later for her than it is for us. So
it is later for her. Yeah.
I wonder if Nikki wants to jump in on us on a
It's like, is it still in here? It's still in here. I got the ends woven in. I don't trim my ends till after I've blocked it.
Yeah.
But here's my Edwardian shawl.
Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. Look at that. Jocelyn, that's amazing.
She needs a wash and a block, and I need to pin out these picot edges.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I was like, wait a minute, is it still over here? It is, because it's in the pile of things that need to be washed.
Oh, I love it. You did a great job. That's a lot of knitting. You did that.
Crochet.
Oh, well, crochet. Well, so it's faster, but it's a lot of crafting. Knit or crochet. That's a lot.
I held 2 yarns double, and I went through almost 2 entire balls of wool, which is over 600 yards a ball.
Oh wow.
Of each color. So I went through almost 4 balls.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of yardage.
So Nikki said, she says that September 7th is her birthday.
Woohoo! That's exciting.
So that either means she'll be joining us, because what a better place would you want to be for your birthday, or she will not be joining us because she will have better plans and going out and doing something super fun.
Which, both valid options.
Either, really, yes.
Decided the cat.
We're a really good backup plan.
We are an excellent backup plan.
Yes.
The cat seems to have settled, so I'm hoping that means I can put the microphone closer to me now.
Sally's doing her socks for the vintage challenge. Oh, I can't wait to see those, Sally. Oh, Nikki says she's here. Brian says, no, I would love to learn how to knit socks. Oh, hey, Joey's starting socks. Fantastic. Well, Joey, we'll check in again next September 7th, and we'll see if you've got your pair done.
I don't know what I'm going to do for the vintage knit, because I was going to submit that Edwardian shawl capelet that I finished before the first. So now I have to, decide. So I've been scrolling through some of from archive.org free archival documentation for knitting patterns.
Yeah.
My other one is to go, you went history, vintage-esque, right?
Yeah.
Because there is a newer design release, but it is based off of the old cycling cardigans you used to be able to wear. It's called the Poof No Poof cardigan, I think. I'll have to go look at the name of it. But I'm heavily contemplating that one, because it is very reminiscent of late 1890s, early 1900s to 1910 styles.
Oh.
So definitely hits the vintage portion of it. But it does have slightly more modern lines to it. So
yeah,
super tempted.
Ooh, I say do it.
I can't finish a DK weight cardigan in a month. I don't have time.
Yes, you can. And a sock. You can do it all.
Sure. Plus whatever the craft off chooses, plus the cardigan, plus the other designs, plus my MCA.
Just
listen, lady.
Start tonight.
I don't know what level of time you think I'm running with.
I know. I always feel super optimistic when we're doing these, picking for next month, because if we have a whole month ahead of us and it just seems like anything is possible. And then as the weeks go by, but typically I have been known to, I do well for a challenge, then I don't do so well, then I do good for a challenge and I'm not. So I am due for a good show next podcast.
You are. I mean, in theory, August isn't quite as extra heavy as July is.
Yes. Ooh, you know what? Speaking of August,
right now all I have is puppy sitting on the schedule that doesn't work.
Well, I've got my August is really, really busy and I am away. Let me just see where we fall. So we're here.
That's a good question.
Oh, I'm actually good.
Okay, you good for the mid-month? Okay.
The 17th.
Sure.
And then that'll give us, if we do the 17th, then that will give us an extra week in there before we do the September one.
Okay.
But if we do the 17th, that works for me.
Yeah, that works fine.
All right. I'm going to type you in. I was going to say pencil you in.
You can say pencil me, and I understand what you mean.
I can pencil you in on my phone.
Yep.
All right. So
a lot of the times we'll say we're going to mark our calendars. We're not actually marking a calendar anymore. Most of us have electronic ones.
Oh my goodness. Where did that go?
I didn't do it.
It didn't go. Oh my goodness. See, this is my problem. I tried to be organized. Where in the world did I just type? I just typed that on some day in my calendar.
Oh, it wasn't the day you thought it was?
No, it didn't go on the 17th.
Some random spot.
I'm gonna have Jocelyn. You're gonna pop up someday somewhere. And then it's gonna confuse me.
All
right.
Me.
Try this again.
Do I? Right. I do. See, there was a reason why I knew I wanted to have us share screens today.
Oh,
just in case.
Do we have to share screens?
I'm going to.
Okay. Okay.
Guys, it's Ravelry. So if you struggle with Ravelry, this is your warning. This is your warning. I want that screen. That's right. I have multiple screens on the go. This cardigan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Look at that. Look at those sleeves. Look at that color work.
Yeah.
Look at the front band and the buttons. Well, that looks like definitely like something you would wear with one of your long skirts.
Yeah, it's definitely a Jocelyn thing.
Ooh.
I mean, you can do it with boring regular sleeves.
Look at that. Look at the gloves. The matching gloves, you guys.
But I'm not going to do the boring sleeves. I'm going to do the poofy sleeves.
The poofy sleeves. That's that looks so fun.
Yeah, so that's the one I've been contemplating. I'm like, this could be fun.
That looks really fun. I think that would definitely be a go. Oh, I should be looking at comments. Sorry guys, I abandoned you in the comments. Let me find you again.
Oh, not what I wanted to do.
Okay. Oh, Liz says August 17th. Oh, is her dad's 100th birthday.
That's a heck of a birthday to make.
Yes. Oh, okay. So let's see. Oh, there's lots of comments. See, as soon as I get distracted.
That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so Nikki says, I've got autumn colored socks on the needles, just a third of a sock done, and it's just a vanilla sock. I could pick up and knit along with you ladies. Yay!
Absolutely, the more the merrier.
She's in. Speaking of vintage knits, what if the pattern has vintage in the name, but it's not actually an old pattern? If it looks vintage, Nikki, go for it.
I was just showing a pattern that was really, really new, but boy, does it look vintagey.
It looks vintage. Yep. Oh yeah, so BC Tracy saying, Brian, depending on where you live, maybe yeah, I wonder, Brian, if there's someone close to you, or do you have like a local yarn shop? Because Brian said he wanted to learn to knit socks. Tonight is not a good night, Sam, because
You have to get ready to go.
I am going to be up till the wee hours of the morning. Yeah. Brian, live in Virginia. There was one thing that I was wanting to learn socks that other people are knitting that inspired me. Yeah, socks are fun, Brian.
I learned socks on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, if that works for you, then that's a great place.
But I mean, I learned to crochet off YouTube, so. Once I got used to the active needle, non-active needle.
Mm-hmm.
And once I started converting everybody's from your left needle to your right needle to active to non-active, made it a lot easier for me. I'm left-handed. So I don't knit off. I don't knit the same way everybody else does. I do the same motion.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so
but
I'm making Cindy and Nikki. I'm writing you ladies down.
Uh-oh.
So
she's gonna hold you accountable. It's a more fun challenge.
Oh, everybody's loving your sweater pattern. Oh, Cindy said her mother-in-law will be 99 in September. That's wonderful.
That's another amazing year marker to make.
Yeah.
I just think the big poofy sleeves would be so fun. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like it's a sleeve.
Oh, Brian, you just need somebody to show you, to sit down and show you. So like short rows, if you're doing like a short row heel, if you're doing a wrap and turn short row, that can be a little tricky. I would say don't start with that one for your first sock. If you do a heel flap and gusset sock,
I go heel flap and gusset, or a
yeah.
You could do short row. You just be careful with short row you pick.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, if you're looking and you're learning, what is it? The fish lips kiss.
Yeah.
That, because it isn't just heel, like it isn't just heel instructions. Like she gives a lot of really good documentation for just the basics of a good sock.
Yeah.
And it's like $1 for the pattern or something.
Yeah.
It's the fish lips kiss heel.
Oh,
there's a reason why it's popular. It's a really well done heel.
Yep. Crazy Sock Lady has great sock tutorials.
Yeah.
Says.
Yeah.
Oh, Liz is saying Earth Tone Girl has great videos on socks. Yeah, so it's just taking a look around and trying to like finding somebody that is explaining it in a way that makes sense to you. If one person doesn't work, then you go and try find somebody else.
That's really the big thing, because everyone's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm not great to like teach beginners off of. Because I'm going left to right, not right to left. I am that image, which it don't help. Nobody wants me doing a tutorial. It's a really bad idea. But I feel like looking at your second project, or you're talking about sweaters and making changes and adjusting patterns and stuff, that's a lot of what I do when I'm in Erin's booth. Is I stand there and I help people do the math. Is what it is, because I don't have as many struggles in that department as other people do, but to try to sit down and just teach someone how I knit, oh man, no, it comes out garbled. I can't do it. But you want to talk about yardages and lengths and patterns and usage, cable versus lace. Well, I have a lot of practice at that.
That's a good skill to have.
Yeah, and I'm frequently the FAQ desk.
Yeah.
In that booth. I'm happy to be the FAQ desk. I will stand for hours and answer questions about patterns and sweaters and knitting and look at pictures and how people do math and stuff like that. That's just, for me, that's the fun part.
That's good. Woo. All right, guys. Well,
we're here.
We are at our hour and a half mark.
Excellent. I have some brown sugar and cinnamon toast I want to go make.
Ooh,
It'll be a
yummy.
nice snacky snack.
Yeah, I've got a bazillion,
Bazillion.
almost actually, I counted the things on my to-do list today, and there were 35 things on my to-do list I have to do today.
God.
So
That is intense.
that was, yeah.
I'm excited if I get through 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was work things that I had to get wrapped up before I go. And yeah, and then things that I need to, do before I leave tomorrow morning. So yeah, I
Have a
have
good
a full
vacation.
night ahead of me. I will. It is going to be so wonderful. Everybody is so excited for it. So it will be lots of fun.
I'm gonna go put my feet up and relax while you do the dance of the bumblebees.
Okay, you relax. I'm going to be super productive for both of us. How's that?
Excellent. That works.
Okay.
I've done some toast. I'm gonna make some tea. I'm gonna go see what the monsters destroyed in the living room while I've been in here.
Oh, look, that's great. Everybody's giving Brian all kinds of wonderful
Good.
tips.
Good.
Yeah.
It's just tracking down someone that speaks and explains in a way that makes sense
Yeah.
to you. Because it took me forever, but I eventually found someone that explained the knit stitch as stabbing someone, stringing them up the tree,
Oh yeah.
latching the noose and kicking them off the edge. That made sense to me. So knit stitch made total sense after that. But before that, I was just like, huh?
See, it's just all about finding what clicks in your own head.
I don't get it.
That's funny. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And
socks, Louise.
Tracy.
We're gonna finish socks.
I know.
We said finishes.
We said finishes. We can do it.
We
can do it. Well, you can do it, and I'm going to.
All right, guys. For finishes, man.
We can do this. I can do this. I can get
good.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for chatting and knitting along with us tonight. It's been tons and tons of fun. Yeah. So we will be back. What did we say? August 17th.
We did.
A couple weeks on the Thursday, and then we'll be like 3 weeks until the first Thursday in September. We'll be back with finished socks. So if you decide you want to knit along with us, tag us on Instagram, show us your socks, and then pop in here in September, and we'll I'll do a dance for everybody who gets a finished pair of socks.
I love getting tagged on Instagram. It's good fun.
Yeah, I know.
You guys can tag me at Northern Knits Podcast. I will see it.
Okay. Sounds good.
I know I have other ones. I will see that one. I have 3. Why? One human does not need 3 Instagram.
Well, no, really.
But I have 3. So here we go.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. We're going to head out. So have a great weekend, a long weekend. If you guys have got a long weekend. And